So for the last, it was Father's Day, right? So I've been reaching out to him through text. We were dialoguing, and now he's too busy. He's all of a sudden busy to talk to me. Yeah, let me show you this one. Blow this up. So I told you how he wanted to meet, and I didn't feel comfortable meeting him anywhere. So he says, okay, how about this? I'll let you pick, but it can't be, because I told him, why don't you come to the house on Sunday and meet with me, and you can see your grandfather. You haven't seen your grandfather. He is getting old. You should come and give him your aunt, give him your respect. Come and see your grandfather. He said he doesn't feel comfortable coming into the house. He did not feel comfortable coming into the house that he grew up in. That's after 5 years, 16 years of being his father actively. I'm still his father, but whatever. And he didn't feel comfortable coming into the house because he didn't trust the people that's taking care of his grandfather. He didn't trust the people that's taking care of his grandfather. But he was okay with trusting the people that told me to put their grandfather in assisted living. But the people that told me to take care of his grandfather, he doesn't trust. I said, I trust these people with my life. Show them the other picture of where we met. I want to show you guys something here. And make it big. Take me out of here so they can see. So is that as big as you can get? Okay. Yeah. So that property where it says kingdom is the property of Straightway Praise Land. And then everything outside of Straightway Praise Land, we call it the world. And so where you see A and B, that was the two spots that I picked for him. I said, hey, I found a neutral site. You don't want to come to the house? These are outside the gates. You can pick option A or option B. One is the entrance gate. Option A is the entrance. B is the exit. And so guess what? He kind of knew me because I am his father. He kind of knows. He says, I kind of figured you would have done that. And so he picked B. Now, let me show you where my son sat when we met for the first time. First of all, he walked. Whoever dropped him off didn't even drop him off at the gate. They dropped him off 200 yards away from the house. He walked. That's how much they're afraid to come to my house. They didn't even feel safe, maybe because they have a wicked spirit in them. They know if they drive by, they may die. So he says, okay, man, be brave. Hope you come back, call 911, do whatever you got to do. So he walked all the way down Hill Drive. And where you see that little dot underneath the word hill, you see that dot? That's where my son sat. I brought a chair out to him. He sat there where you see the blacktop turning black, where it's black. That's my driveway that's connected to the street. Guys, I'm not making this up. His feet, even as we talking, his feet got as close to the line. He did not want to step on the threshold of my driveway connected to the public street. When we were talking, when cars was passing, I kept on looking because I didn't want him to get hit or something. I bet you if he saw a car, he would be so afraid to cross he would have jumped in the street and got hit by a car. That he was more fearful of the driveway than he was cars coming. And his back was against the street. I'm the one that's looking out for him because it's still my son. Guys, I'm not making this thing up. Yes, Nate, you're right. This is entirely spiritual. They would have been combusted. You're right. Guys, I'm not making this thing up. When he came up to the driveway, he stopped right there, guys. He did not. And I said, you want to go to A? I was going to actually bring him up closer to the gate where it's shade. It was hot that day. There was sun beaming in that area. I wanted to take him into the shade. He sat in the hot sun. And I'm telling you, he's still outside the gate. I'm telling you, he did not want to pass that blacktop. I sat on the blacktop. He sat on the street. Why am I sharing this with you guys? I'm showing you this stuff. So I kept my preeminence. I got to dictate where he meets me. I'm not going to meet you. Going to meet me where I meet you. I'll give you options. You don't give me options. So I was able to flip it on him because he was trying to put me in the death. I said, oh, hell no. I'm not playing that monkey game. I'm not your circus monkey. I am your father. I am your creator. You don't tell me where to meet. We meet on this day and this day. And I made something, but I made sure that I was in control. I was very mindful because I'm here telling you guys to keep your preeminence while I go in there and contradict myself. I said, no, I'm gonna keep my, and the only reason, I'm trying to help him out, trying to throw him an olive branch to try to help the brother out. So anyway, he came here, and you think he came and hugged me, ran and hugged me on my neck and said, Dad, I miss you. Nope. He took his hand out like this. Took his hand out like this to shake my hands. When I tell you that even though that was my son in the flesh, I've never met I felt like he was a stranger more than he was a son. It was an eerie feeling, bro. It was like, dang. Like, I'm hearing his voice. This is news to me because I've never heard his. I'm used to his baby voice, so now he has a more of a deeper voice. I'm like, dang. And he treated me like a stranger. Like a stranger. You saw all the pictures I showed you, the life I gave him. Out of everybody, this one would have known the most. I would think that maybe the younger one would treat me like that because they didn't remember me. But this is the one that experienced everything all the way into his teen years, 16. And he treated me like a stranger. Guys, I cannot make this thing up. But he was treating me like a stranger after the 40 days. After the 40 days. Now, this is 5 years later. How much more you think it's going to get? That's why I believe it takes 72 hours. But I kept my preeminence. We had a 2-hour discussion for the most part. I don't need to get into details in that, but it was, like I said, we were working through the emotions, and I couldn't even get to like, how's the children doing? How your siblings doing? It's like you're just, and then, he apologized. I got to admit, he apologized for whatever he thought he did, whatever I deemed that he did wrong. I said, you disobeyed, you turned your back, whatever. He apologized for that. And I could tell he's trying to make me proud, and he's trying to do the things that I taught him. But he's confused because he sees me as somebody who's walking away from God, that I'm deceived. And I asked him a simple question. I said, this is one question I can tell you. I asked him a question. I said, let me ask you something. Was your life better? Is your life better now under your mom's rule, or was it better when you was under my rule? You know what his answer was, Deacon?
What was it?
He says, before Pastor Dow.
Yeah.
So who got the blame here? Who is he blaming?
Straightway.
He's blaming Straightway. He said before Pastor Dow came into the picture, life was better. So what he didn't say, he didn't say life has been better since we've been under Mama's rule, but life was better. So guess what?
He's still admitting that his life is not good.
You know why? You know why? Because I'm the vine. That's why. I'm the vine. The house of Kabir is not the house of Eileen. It's the house of Kabir. And because that branch got taken out, now he's dying. And he doesn't even know it. But I think but the next day he came back. He saw my dad. And I don't have pictures of that. But he saw my dad and came in, saw his siblings and things of that nature. And then he was there for an hour and he got on the plane and left. And then we start texting. And so I was very sincere. I said, okay, hey, show me, because I want to repent. Because one thing I taught my children back in the days, hey, share the gospel. Be prepared to give an answer for the hope that you have. Be prepared to give an answer. Give an answer. Don't, this is about love, And I'm asking him as far as saying, am I not worthy of being saved? Am I not worthy? Would you do that for me? I did it for my dad. My dad is another faith. I didn't dishonor him. I try to share the gospel the best way I knew how, in a respectful way. In a respectful way. I try to share them by my example or answer any questions he may have. I'm actually a father saying, son, I'm even doing what my dad never asked me. My dad may ask me, but I'm asking my son, okay, son, show me. Show me the errors of my way so that I can repent. If what you're saying is true, I want to know so that I have an opportunity to repent. Because right now, I don't think I'm walking away from God. I believe I'm walking with him. But I got to hear. You may have something here.